Yeah. What up, guys? What is good? Let everybody know that I'm on. Yo, what's up? Good morning, Mom. What up, TRKA? I really hope that was just to grab like orders underneath $3. I was actually worried about that in after hours yesterday. I had a feeling that they were gonna try to slam it down to $3. That's why I tweeted it. Mr. Tremblay. Looks like I may be forming potential short and double bottom on a daily. Okay. Hold on. What's up, Lucky? Good eyes. C3, don't do that to me. Good morning to you, too. IoT to almost 30. Wow. 28.5. Goev trying. 1 second, I gotta let the dog out. Yo, the smoke from Canada is wild. Just saying. I don't know where you guys live, but the smoke from Canada is wild. Oh. Attaboy. I'm seeing muln blocks at 53 cents. Let's see what's going on in the market. I'm sorry. Ooh, T2s is at 8 cents. Wow. Let's see. Holy fucking Vaxar. What happened? MCOM to 26 cents. Wow. Mullen down 11%. Ouch. Whoa, what are you doing, Mob Q? My money's hoping that it does. No, I didn't. I literally just got back from an appointment. And I've been like busy as all hell. So I haven't seen much. What is it? But okay, so a merger. Now remember, an LOI is not legally binding. It's just intent. LOI literally stands for letter of intent. So just keep that in your head. Not saying that it's not gonna do anything, because it very well might. But it is not legally binding. Ooh, EVLV? No, it's not. They named their stock Yayo? No, they didn't. Alright, they gotta be trolling. They have to be trolling at this point. Yo, you got that Yayo? You car up? GWH all the way up to 145. I'm kind of mad at myself for not buying that at 106 when I was saying that I thought it was a buy. Oh well. Carvana's up 8. CXAI is up another 6. Palantir's up almost 7%. Palantir does 7. QBTS is up 16. At what point does it become chasing, though? You know, like. Like, at what point does it become a chase? Oh, man. Oh well. FFIE up 11. Mullen looks so ugly right now. God. I'm just like looking at the blocks. I mean, they are slapping the ass on Mullen, but I mean, Jesus, is it down? Wow, IonQ, hello. So quantum computing up. And that gap is obviously filled. It would be a stock for stock exchange, so it's not even. No, well, no, it's actually, it is a merger. It'd still be a merger. Palantir, wow. Palantir with the lift. God damn. Congrats if you guys were in this when we were talking about it a while back. And if you still have your position.
So in 10 minutes time now, we do get the Bank of Canada rate decision with the median forecast of no change, with the expectation of the rate to stay at 4.5%. However, worth noting, some analysts seeing a 25 basis point hike. Again, median forecast for no change at 4.5%.
ARCA. Snap's in the green, Google's in the green. Barely. AMC's at 470 something.
So just taking a quick note of what Wells Fargo's has to comment. So they forecast no change with the rate to remain at 4.5%. So they say the Bank of Canada is to hold its June monetary policy meeting next week. And in our view, the central bank will opt to keep rates on hold at 4.5% for the third meeting in a row, in line with consensus expectations. So inflation dynamics in Canada have been mixed recently when it comes to the headline rate versus underlying inflation. While April's headline CPI ticked up to 4.4% year over year, the core inflation measures have receded compared to a year ago and have shown overall downward momentum over the past few months. So if inflation trends remain elevated and activity
Roku's
remains
up
resilient,
9.
there certainly remains a risk the Bank of Canada will raise its policy rate beyond 4.5%. However, in our view, the more relevant debate is how quickly the Bank of Canada turns to monetary easing in the quarters ahead.
Roku up 10.
And a note from ING, who's forecasting no change and the rates remain at 4.5%. So they do say the RBA's move to restart its tightening cycle may throw extra focus on today's Bank of Canada meeting after it paused rate hikes in March and April meetings. A 25 basis point Bank of Canada rate hike today, now priced in with a 43% probability, would probably cause ripples across the core bond markets, around the world, and keep the dollar bid on the view that the Fed might be closer to hiking than first thought. So they say we expect the Bank of Canada to leave the policy rate at 4.5%, but after stronger than expected consumer price inflation and GDP, and with the labor data remaining robust, we cannot rule out a surprise interest rate increase.
goev up 5. Trying to go vertical too. I only have 6 people watching me. If the numbers don't climb soon, I'm gonna get off. Just saying. Watch goev. Watch goev. Come on, babe. TRKA is at the 48. Bitcoin trying to break.
So 5 minutes away now till we get the Bank of Canada rate decision. Median forecast for no change at 4.5%. So taking a look at a note from Scotiabank, who reside in the outliers, for a 25 basis point hike. So again, their forecast a 25 basis point hike to 4.75% from 4.5%. So they say Scotia Economics expects a 25 basis point rate hike at this meeting, accompanied by So just taking a look at a headline from US Ambassador to China, Burns, says the US will push back on China's targeting of US firms. So again, that's US Ambassador to China, Burns, saying the US will push back on China's targeting of US firms. So returning back to a note from Scotiabank, who expect a 25 basis point rate hike at this meeting, accompanied by continued guidance that leaves the door open to further tightening by largely retaining something either identical or very similar to the final paragraph's guidance in the recent statements that has said the Governing Council continues to assess whether monetary policy is sufficiently restricted to relieve price pressures and remains prepared to raise the policy rate further if needed to return inflation to the 2% target. So they say if the Bank of Canada does not hike this week, then the effect of hawkish guidance on the front end of the Canada rates curve is likely to be tantamount to a hike as an imperfect substitute towards buying time into July.
Go ahead, Bitcoin. Palantir up 9 now. QBTS off the highs, still 110. Bitcoin going for a VWAP. CXAI up to about 9%. Goev or EVGO, I'm sorry, is up 4.4, 4.5 ish %. Bitcoin VWAP. RSI on Bitcoin's is 66 though. Go ahead. Just snap it. I don't know why, but I saw Joan was down like 35% yesterday or some shit. Let's pull it real quick. I don't know why it dove like it did. Somebody called it out like a while ago, and I just noticed it yesterday down as much as it was. Nosedives to all-time low after a week. Oh, okay. So they had terrible earnings apparently. I wonder if it was oversold though. Let's see.
1 minute remaining now. I'll leave with the Bank of Canada rate decision and then the rate statement as follows.
I mean, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, but I mean, it might make a nice retrace actually. It seems a little bit oversold. I'm not covering GNS at all anymore. Just throwing that out there. Like I'm just
10
not.
seconds.
I don't believe in. There's stuff I don't believe in.
Hike 25 basis point hike, 25 basis point hike to 4.75%, higher than the expected, no change. So the Bank of Canada says price for a broad range of goods in Canada came in higher than expected in April. Service price inflation remained elevated. So the Bank of Canada says it remains resolute in the commitment to restoring price stability. It says Canadian housing activity has picked up, the labour market remains tight. So the Bank of Canada says Canada's economy was stronger than expected in the first quarter. Consumption growth was surprisingly strong and broad-based. Bank of Canada says it will continue evaluating.
Whoa! I didn't realize there was a huge gap on Carvana right there. What the hell?
Expectations,
Hold
wage
on.
growth and corporate pricing behavior are consistent with achieving inflation target. The Bank of Canada says it continues to expect CPI inflation to ease to around 3% in the summer, but drops the reference to inflation gradually falling to 2% target by the end of 2024. So the Bank of Canada says underlying inflation remains stubbornly high globally. Major central banks are signaling that rates might have to rise further to restore price stability. So the Bank of Canada says the rate hike reflects the concern that monetary policy was not sufficiently restrictive enough to bring supply and demand back into balance, and says concerns have increased that CPI inflation could get stuck materially above the 2% target, and says the excess demand in the economy looks to be more persistent than anticipated. So the Bank of Canada statement removes the April language about how the bank is prepared to raise rates further if needed. So just to repeat that there, Bank of Canada statement removing the April language about how the bank is prepared to raise rates further. So we did see some upside movement in CAD following that surprise hike from the Bank of Canada there. So 25 basis point hike to 4.75%.
So Carvana has a huge gap on it that I didn't realize. So we all know, to the downside.
US Treasury yields rise after the Bank of Canada raises rates. The 10-year yield up 2.6 basis points at 3.726%. Canadian dollar strengthening at 0.5%.
Goev. GameStop's to 26. QBTS up. TRKA. What are you doing?
So Eurozone bond yields extend rise after the Bank of Canada raises interest rates. Germany's 2-year bond yield up 5.9 basis points, last at 2.955%.
Yeah, what's up? I'm not gonna be here long if my numbers stay this low, though. What up, though? 93% of CEOs report they're preparing a recession for over the next 12 to 18 months. Word. They should have prepared, like, I don't know, maybe like last year.
So we have also posted the Bank of Canada rate statement on the feed for all those interested.
OpenAI CEO, there's too much of a frenzy around AI in the near term. Word. GameStop, cup and handle setup. Microsoft is bringing OpenAI's GPT-4 AI model to U.S. government agencies. Oh, shit. Maybe they could actually get their job done now. Goev, go ahead. Poll Fed to hike Fed funds rate at least once more in 2023, say 32 of 86 economists. 8 say June, 24 say July. Do I think? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to, like, I don't want to throw speculation on it. I mean, I already think it's a steal. So, that's my opinion. Do I think it'll go lower? I hope not. We'll see, though, right? Let's hope.
So Canadian money markets see
Hopefully
a
we get a
near
double bottom right there.
50% chance of another hike in June, fully priced in, further tightening by September. So apologies there, that's the Canadian money market seeing a near 50% of another hike in July, not June, so fully pricing in a further tightening by September.
I mean, goev looks strong. I'm biased, though, because I have a decent position in goev.
So the loonie jumps today's highs after the Bank of Canada hikes by 25 basis points.
Ugh. C3. I love C3. I'm so biased on C3 AI. Like, asking me is not. I'm not the right person to ask about C3 AI. I promise you, I am not. Like, C3 is my girl. Just saying. So, like, I don't know. Will it go down more? I don't know. Will it go up? I don't know. I like it long. For me, it's not a short-term play. In all fairness, what I think I'm gonna what I'm starting to do is when I'm off stream, I think I'm gonna start scalping crypto, and day trading, scalping crypto. Maybe fuck with some crypto futures, and then I'll come on live on here like I don't know when the market's like when it seems right. That makes sense. So like that's something that's been on my mind. And I think that's something I got to start doing. Just because like I've already done so much DD on some of these companies that like I know who I want to be with and who I don't want to be with. So in the interim, I just feel like my ability to read charts would be better utilized playing or well day trading and scalping crypto. Yeah, but no volume. One second, my dog's at the door. You're not going back out. Oh, man. TRKA, ouch. Ouch. VRM though, huh? Nice 30-minute chart. Look at that. Now we're handling out of the supply zone. Okay. I'll take it. MBot. I like what they do. That wasn't Chinese, right? I don't think so. Where they head? No, okay, yeah, they're headquartered in Massachusetts. Okay. So I like what they do, but I don't think that I would compare them to like Tesla. I mean, but as far as it goes, I do like what they do. You know what I mean? Like I do like the precision healthcare. Nice. You bought AMD 8 dub. I got a dub there, huh? Good for you. CXAI. At a region of resistance. Bitcoin down. See, well, that's the problem is people overtrade and then they end up fucking themselves. Like, it is what it is. You have to ask yourself, are you a long-term or a short-term investor? I don't think a lot of people realize that. And some trades might be different. Like, some trades might be long-term investments, some could be, short. But, like, you have to have a plan. Like, your own plan.
According to TASS, Russian and Chinese forces carried out joint air patrol.
FFIE off the eyes.
Brent crude futures extend gains, rise by more than $1 to a session high of $77.38 a barrel.
IoT dropped 28.
Just taking a look at the Fear and Greed Index, 75 out of 100 equaling greed, and the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 53 out of 100 equaling neutral.
Alright. Off that resistance, please. Huh.
And Canada swap markets pricing in another Bank of Canada hike by the end of September.
That could get ugly.
At 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we get the weekly EIA data. Crude oil inventories forecast 1.5 million on the prior 4.488 million, with a range of 3.2 million to -3 million. Bear in mind that yesterday's API crude came in at -1.71 million. Gasoline inventories forecast 1 million on the prior -0.207 million. Distiller inventories forecast 1.183 million on the prior 0.985 million, and crude Cushing inventories prior 1.628 million.
I think it's gonna bounce. When, I don't know. I think we're gonna get a nice bounce. I just don't see it going back down to those relative lows. I could be wrong, though. We all know that. Q's potential double bottom on the one. Go ahead. The time to ride or what? Guys, I've been on for an hour and only 8 people are watching me. I'm gonna get off. I'm sorry. I don't have it in me. I think TRKA is gonna bounce, so. I don't see it going down to relative lows. But if Bitcoin keeps acting like this, it very well could. I just see it stepping up. 3 little soldiers here. Hold on a second. Let's see. Q's hard down. Okay, TRKA is starting to look strong, actually, just the way that the candles are forming. Hold up. I could just be filling that gap, though, so, I mean, I want to see some follow-up above this level. All right, up. Q's down. TRKA looks really strong. I'm not getting off right now. Bitcoin is still plunging down a little bit.
Treasury 2-year to 5-year yields rise 10 basis points on the day. At 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we get the weekly EIA data. Crude oil inventories forecast 1.5 million. On the prior, 4.488 million, with a range of 3.2 million to -3 million. Gasoline inventories forecast 1 million. On the prior, -0.207.
We got to overtake these levels.
Distillate inventories forecast 1.183 million. On the prior, 0.985 million. Crude Cushing inventories prior 1.628 million. Bear in mind that yesterday's API crude data came in at -1.71 million.
Can we sustain? goev off the highs down to the VWAP. Q's green. Oh, try to go green. TRKA. What? Follow the blue line. Like I said. Just remember that. Follow the bid up. According to Fintel, there are only 10,000 shares available to borrow, and the latest cost to borrow is 35. Got it. Thank you. I'm live now, but nobody's really talking, and I'm not on my Adderall, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. if my view count doesn't go up or, you know, people don't start talking. So, yeah. Hop on if you will, though. Oh, Bitcoin, get us out of here.
Fed swaps briefly price in a quarter-point rate hike by July.
I just had to clean my freaking house, to be quite honest. I need to clean up. I had a lot of shit to do. And I had like I had a lot of yard work I had to get knock out. Like, yeah. Charge point.
1 minute remaining. I'll lead with the EIA crude oil inventories.
Nice. If Bitcoin wasn't doing what it's doing right now, and TRKA's chart didn't look like it
10
did,
seconds.
I'd be getting off. Ugh. iCar? You mean UCAR? It's okay. No. You're talking about UCAR. It's fine. You don't have to retype it.
Minus 0.451 million, minus 0.451 million. That's a draw on the forecast of 1.5 million. Gasoline inventories 2.745 million, 2.745 million. That's a build on the forecast of 1 million. Distiller inventories 5.074 million, 5.074 million. That's a build on the forecast of 3 million.
Whoa.
Crude Cushing inventories 1.721 million, 1.721 million.
That was weird. UCAR? Pack W's up 9%.
Inventories of crude in the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve off 1.9 million barrels to 353.57 million.
VIX trying up. Toro up 10.5. Some gaps on Toro
Fed
though.
swaps price in just 1 quarter point cut in 2023 from peak. And we have posted the weekly EIA inventories report on the feed for all those interested.
Pack W, trying to go vertical. Only 2% of U.S. adults find ChatGPT extremely useful for work, education, and entertainment. That's because the other 98% haven't used it.
WTI oil extends gains up 1.6% at $72.89 after the small drop in U.S. crude inventories.
Or don't even know how to. Very good point. You car up. Follow the bid line. Blue line, blue line, blue line. Trying to get that handle on UCAR. BBIG. Okay.
U.S. refinery activity hits 95.8% of capacity, the highest since August 16th, 2019.
Yes, she is. Cup.
The S&P 500 down 0.08% and the Nasdaq down 0.22%. The Dow up 0.12%.
Bitcoin down. All right, guys. There's literally 8 people watching me. I can't. I can't sit here for 8 people. I love y'all. I think TRKA is gonna go up. Will it come down first? I don't know, but I'm not gonna sit here for 8 people. I'm sorry. I do love each and every one of you guys, but it just like I could probably be day trading futures. You know what I mean? Like on crypto, and then it wouldn't even matter if the market goes up or down. But yeah, my bad, guys. Later.